Hey, what's up everyone? This is a review for the new SIM Guide IEM. This is the SIM Guide Super Mix 4. And this has one dynamic driver, one balanced armature, and one planar, and one piezoelectric, I believe. So that's the driver configuration on this. And here are the IEMs themselves. So there is like a vent. So I think that like relieves pressure. And then the cable is nice. Good fit. No complaints. It fits and molds to your ear. So no issues there. So yeah, there's not much to talk about with that. It comes with a set of ear tips and a case. And just a simple box. And here's a frequency graph. You guys could see it, kind of. So yeah, this is like the Harman 2019 target. It's trying to get close to. So yeah, without further ado, I do have some test tracks, which I will be sharing with you guys, because I think that's more important, telling you guys what I listened to. And I did listen to many tracks. These are just a few that are some of them are pretty popular and good test tracks, I believe. So yeah, without further ado, let's start with the bass, and then we'll talk about the mids and the treble, and then the soundstage and imaging, and how the overall sound presentation is of these IEMs. So let's talk about the bass first. So this has a pretty solid sub bass response, a good quality sub bass, and it never really bleeds. It's just like a deep rumble, and it's precise, and it's not too much bass. I wouldn't call this a bass headset. I feel like in order for it to be a bass headset, there needs to be like a few more decibels of bass maybe. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the bass just really slams hard. It's like a deep, low subwoofer type of bass, which is just amazing. And it has a nice quality sound to it. So like you get the tactile sensation. It doesn't really rattle your eardrum. It's not that level of bass. It's just like a deep rumble, and it's very tight and controlled. So it's not like the best bass you'll ever hear, in terms of like that sense of like immersiveness, where you feel fully into the bass, where it just like really takes control. With this IEM, the bass doesn't take control in that type of manner. And the way it presents the bass. So overall, the bass is solid. I'd say the bass, surprisingly, is probably the weakest part of this IEM. But it's still really good quality bass. Like, I give it like an easy 8 out of 10. 8 or 8.5. It's just really good. But it's not the final word in bass when you're talking about the most immersive or that rumbly sense of depth. For example, something like the U12T or even the Helios, even Manger Top variations, I feel like the bass is just slightly better on those maybe. But yeah, anyways, that's the bass. So these are some of the songs I was testing out. So here we have some classical. You guys are probably not familiar with this. But if you are or you want to check it out, it's classical music, analog recording. So I have to use that to try it out because I know what that sounds like. And then for the bass part, I was testing out Finally Rich by Chief Keef. And then Kanye West Homecoming had pretty good bass. Agora Hills by Doja Cat was more vocals. And then Kochai's Yoshimitsu. So all these songs, the bass is incredible on these. Finally Rich by Chief Keef. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Chief Keef is. So if you listen to that song in the car, it has like this deep rumble, which no IEM I've ever heard really matched. But this gets really dang close to the point where I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10 because it's just so close. But yeah. On Finally Rich by Chief Keef, bass is amazing, always there. Homecoming, deep, rumbly, never takes over the mix. You hear the ad-libs of the bass, that mid-note Kanye likes to play in the bass, if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's just the bass part. I think now that I showed you guys some tracks, you guys could test it out and let me know maybe what you guys think. Or maybe if we reach the same conclusion. But yeah, so that's the bass part. Solid 8.5. On to the mids now. So let's talk about vocals. So I think what they did with this Target, the Harman 2019, I think they cut back the vocals a little bit. Just a little bit. Because people were complaining it's shouty or fatiguing. And when you're listening to speakers, the vocals don't sound that forward anyways. So I think they did an excellent job with the tuning. They cut it out just at the right spot. So it sounds like a studio monitor. Literally, that's how it sounds in the mid-range. So yeah, vocals, they're pretty sweet. Female vocals are sweet, clear, not warm, not bright, just well-textured. I wouldn't say it's the most forward female vocal, if that's what you want. And then if you want like some male vocal warmth, it's not the warmest sounding IEM. It just sounds like pretty neutral, and it's done in an amazing way. It just sounds very clean. So yeah, for the mid-range, what I really tested out was the singer you guys probably all don't know, if you want to check her out. And then I tested out Breathin' by Ariana Grande, because this is a good recording. And then Doja Cat, Agora Hills. So what I found out with those tracks, Ariana Grande's vocals really comes out and shines. It's just clear, never sibilant or sharp. So not one time that I found this IEM was sibilant or sharp on any song I tested out, which says a lot about this IEM, guys. Like, any good recording, any decent recording, it's just not going to sound sibilant or sharp. And the treble is going to be well extended in the instruments, like in the mandolin or violin or cello. It's just going to sound smooth. So yeah, that's how the mids sound. And then onto the treble. So again, with the treble, I really wanted to test out a lot of instruments and some of that vocal airiness. So when I was listening to Two Steps from Hell and orchestra tracks, I was listening to this one classical composer. Forgot his name, but I tested out, basically I was testing out a lot of orchestral tracks, like movie soundtracks, and there are some movie soundtracks on here, one or two maybe not, but yeah, like Inception, for example, that's a really good soundtrack, the Batman soundtrack, and then there's a lot of movie soundtracks also you could use to test out, which is basically, it has a lot more information when you test out movie soundtracks. But yeah, I'm rambling now. So anyways, the treble sounds amazing. So with these female vocals, I really get that sense of texture and airiness. And it sounded almost like an EST, where it has like a pocket of air going through your ear, which not many IEMs I've heard actually do that, even if you talk about expensive IEMs. Like the Helios has amazing treble, but at times it's slightly sibilant, where this IEM doesn't have that issue. It's not sibilant at all, and it gives you that pocket of air sensation. And then trumpets, guitars, flutes. If you listen to Yuruma, River Flows By You, any of that, this IEM just sounds simply amazing. I really cannot find a single fault of this IEM in the treble. Some people might want more or less, but this is like right in the middle. So yeah, this is probably the best IEM I've ever heard of 2024. And in terms of Harman tuning, this smokes the Truthier Nova. It's not really close. If you listen to the Truthier Nova in comparison to this, it sounds like a broken toy. So I'd say you should throw away or sell your Truthier Nova. Get an actually good IEM like this. So yeah, obviously it's not a perfect IEM. So where can I think it can improve? So for some people, they're gonna want a slightly more forward of a vocal maybe, or slightly more bass. That's the only thing I could find that someone might want. But again, that's not the fault of the IEM. I mean, that's just the tuning. So yeah, overall, I'd probably have to say this is the world's best Harman tuned IEM. It just sounds amazing. Every note is clear. I'm not dissatisfied with how the mids sound, or why the treble sounds like this, or the vocals sound nasally, or it sounds muddy. No, with this I don't have any of those issues. And then soundstage and imaging, it also does a pretty decent job because there's no mud. Everything's just crystal clear, in phase. So the way they mesh these drivers together, amazing for this price point. Like, I'm saying 9.5 out of 10 with the job they did. So yeah, overall, if I had to rate this IEM, I'd give it a solid 9.5 out of 10, which is probably one of the highest rated IEMs I've given. Maybe 1 or 2 I gave that rating. But yeah, it literally gets a 9.5 out of 10. This is the best SimGot IEM by far. The EA1000 was good when it came out. It was decent. It still is. But it's not no Super Mix 4. Like, this is it. So yeah, hopefully, I did listen to some other IEMs, but they were so bad. Some of them, I just didn't even want to review them. But now that I tested these out, they're just amazing. So I suggest you guys check these out. And then if you like them, let me know. But yeah, it's just my opinion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.